No, it's true now. See, let me see. The thing is that everybody, it is not convenient for me. Now let me shock everyone. Let me shock you, right? Could you believe that the question I'm solving now, the question what I'm doing now, I've not, I've not even settled for me to check how it is. I've not even settled to check the methods I will use, right? I just came back and I just have to. I just have to. This class needs to continue because of our time. It is not convenient. It's not convenient, right? I can decide to go and watch football and forgone the class. I can do so, right? And I'll say, okay, please, we'll meet it up. Before you know, time has gone, right? Everybody, it is not convenient, but out of that, because of the passion we have, right? Because of the passion, and that is why we are consistent with our lectures. Because of the passion, not because of anything. Not because we don't have something to do, but we have to do what? We have to leave it because this class is very important. Then someone will tell me that it's because of this. You don't have excuse. Anything you want to know, if you want to do it. Now, could you believe that if it is a paid class, right? Some students will look for alternative to attend that class because they actually paid for it. And that is why I'm telling every one of you that next gen professional associate PM particularly is free. This diet, it may not be free again. So why can't you take the advantage of opportunity to move your professional career forward, professional level, right? So do everything possible for do everything possible. Our pricing analysis last diet, some students joke with it. For case study, for professional level, some students joke with it. And guess what? They have to come back, right? Because they feel it is free. And those who value it, right? More than 50 students, more than passed. Now, what happened? It is paid class. It is what? It is paid class. And go and check. You can check the statistics, check the payments. Those people within 2 weeks of adverts, a lot of people are paid. So this is an opportunity. If you have it, please grab it now. It may be a paid class. You have to pay for it. Thank you. Now, so the maximum capacity, right? The maximum capacity for the selling division is 175,000 components. The internal division needs to buy because the A said they needs to buy. That is the A part of this question, right? Let me put it as this. A, they need to buy, right? They need to buy from division IC. Don't forget, the transfer pricing policy is based on opportunity costs. Now, if they decide to satisfy internal now, what do they have? 175 minus 80,000 components. What do you have? 175,000, 175. What do you have? Quickly. What do we have?
95.
Thank you. 95,000 components. Don't forget, I have two methods.
95,000.
Okay, thank you. Components. I have two methods to solve transfer pricing on opportunity cost. And guess what? I did this just within 10 minutes. Now, 95,000 components. Then external for the selling division. External is demanding for, where is the external demand? 50 capacity. But what they have is 95,000 components. And what is the losses? I will give you the 95. Selling division will just give the 95,000 naira components. And tell the buying division, okay, you will pay for this thing, because ideally I'm supposed to satisfy 150,000 components because it is based on opportunity cost. Okay. Now, since I will just give external 95. Class, 150 minus 95. What do you have? 150 minus 95.
55,
You said
55,
55.
55,000.
55,000 components. You see, the selling buying division will pay for it because I could not meet up with what? With the 150 capacity, with the 150 components, right? With the what? With the 150 components. The selling, the buying division will pay for it. That is the contribution lost, plus the variable cost that selling division used to transfer that what? That particular component to the buying division, which becomes the what? The opportunity cost, the addition of the two, right? And that is it. Alternatively, we have our other methods, right? Now, let's move quickly. So, external needs 95,000. So we have to give this. So external demand 150. So what is the difference? What is the difference? We don't have enough. We'll give
That's 55,000.
55,000 components. We don't have enough, so it's remaining 55,000 components to complete 150 components. So which means that we'll give external 95, we'll give internal 80, right? Now, normally we are given, this is external, we'll give external 95. IC we give external based on the market price, right? Based on the what? The market price. Now, IC now, we now give internal the one, the variable costs, and the what? The lost. Now, let's now value it. Transfer price, opportunity costs, right? So, in this case, internal will give internal 80,000 components. So, components. So, what is the variable cost? We need to go back and check. I will send the material immediately after this class. Times the variable cost of producing this. Times the variable costs of producing this. What is the variable cost that the selling division used to produce? Let's quickly check. I'll send the material immediately after this. So please add 2,800 plus 3,600 plus 2,400. What do you have? What is the variable cost, class?
8,800.
8,800. 8,800. So What is the first cost? Don't forget this is marginal cost, right? Then remaining the contribution. Oh yeah, quickly, what do you have?
That's 704 million.
704,
704 million.
right? Don't forget this is marginal cost, right? Now, what is the contribution lost? How much do I lose? Because I have to I have to satisfy internal contribution lost. Don't forget, we already know how to determine our contribution loss. Selling price minus what? The variable cost. The amount at which the selling division, class, class, the amount at which the price at which the selling division will sell. That is the selling price, class. That is the selling price minus the variable costs, right? Times the amount that the selling division lost, which is 55,000 components, right? 55,000 what? 55,000 components, right? What is the analysis? 175,000 components, you need to satisfy the internal, which gives 95,000 components, and the external demand is 150 components. Then, if it is 150 components, we don't have enough capacity, right? And what the law says, if you don't have enough capacity, you transfer based on the marginal cost plus the contribution lost, right? Now, you can see 55,000 components. Is that also? So I can decide to bring it. I will bring in the 55,000 component because I'm losing money from that, from the 55,000 component. Ideally, I'm supposed to use it to complete the 150 components, right? But I decided that I decided to give internal, right? So in this case, we can move. What is the selling price that the selling division is willing to sell outside? You can see the selling division is what? 10,000 components, right? That is the selling price. That is the what? That is the selling price, right? 10,000, 10,000 minus the variable cost times 55,000 components. So what do we have, class? What do we have?
That's 66 million. 66 million naira.
66 million naira. So when you add everything, what do you have? What is the total cost, transfer cost? What is the total transfer cost?
That's 770 million.
770 million. Class, you can see transfer
Seven
pricing is very
hundred and
simple.
seventy million.
770, yeah. You can see, so this is the transfer pricing cost. You can see that transfer pricing is very simple, very simple. And that is how you'll be doing it. Even if it is opportunity cost, we still have like 5 questions to solve, right? Okay, 3 questions, right? 3 questions to solve, right? 3 questions. Any question based on this? Do you have question? If you have question, unmute your mic. If you did not understand, ask question. Oh, that's why you are in this class. Hmm? If you don't understand, don't just pretend. right? You can ask your question. Okay, let's continue with our lecture. Bridget, you've been on and on. Oh. You have been moving, going, coming, going, coming, going, coming. So you can unmute your mic quickly.
All right, sir. My question is the contribution 10,000. How did
You say
come about it?
how the
The
10,000,
10,000 naira.
the 10,000 naira is the selling price. What is contribution? How do we determine contribution? The selling price minus variable cost.
Okay.
The selling price that the selling division will sell outside minus
Okay.
the variable cost, because I'm losing money. I'm losing because I'm supposed to transfer the whole 150 component so that I will transfer at 10,000 per component. If I want to transfer internal, I will transfer based on variable cost of 8,800. You can see compare 10,000. So, and the policy is opportunity cost. Opportunity cost. So, what is the opportunity cost? The marginal cost, which is the variable cost of producing the 80,000 capacity, plus plus the contribution loss is the what is the transfer pricing, right?
All
Are
right,
you
sir.
good?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, we move, right? So this will be our workings, work one. I have another method though. If you did not understand this method, oh, I have another method that you can use. If you don't understand, just tell me. I have another method that you can use. Not actually a problem. So this is 70/70. So this will not affect the group. Then external sales. External sales for the selling division. Let me still say work one. So external sales, don't forget, this is the 150, 950. This is what the selling division will sell, because that is what they have after the what? After the deduction. 95,000 components, class. 95,000 what? 95,000 components. Now, should I put it here? Times, oh, should I put it there? Times, what is the market price? Which is 10,000. You will say, the selling division will say at 10,000. That is the selling price. What do you have when you multiply? What do you have quickly?
That's 950 million.
950 million. 950 million, right? So we quickly go back and say this is 950 million. 950 million. So this will affect the group because it's external. 950 million. Then the buying division will sell, right? And this is 8 marks. This is 8 marks. External sales. External sales. Still the same work one, right? Internal, we sell all this. We convert it to components, we convert it to television and sell. Times we sell at what price? Let's check. At the what price? Can you see it? At 90,000. That is the 90,000 naira. 90,000 per component, right? 90,000. If you multiply 90,000 times 90,000 times this. What do you have? If you multiply 90,000, what do you have? Hello? Am I the only one
I'm
in
with
this
you.
class? What? Multiply now.
That's
Multiply 8.
7
What do you have?
billion 200 million.
Eh. Eh. Okay. Let's do it this way. Um, multiply the 90,000. No, sorry. Times units now. Sorry. Times the units. So 16,000. Class. Okay, let me put it first. 16,000 units times 90,000 per unit. Class, do you know why you are multiplying it by unit? Who can tell me? Do you know why you multiply it by unit? Do you know why? Hello? Ah, okay. Question that this external sales, do you know why you have to multiply it by 9,000? By 16,000 unit. Do you know why? Because what what the buying division is selling out is in units, and they need that component. What they need the component to produce the 16,000 units, right? They need 5 components, right? 5 components to produce 1 unit, and that is why we are able to get 80 components. Now, but what they said, they will now use that 80 component to process 16,000 units. Class, I don't know if I'm communicating. They will use that to process what? Because annual sales of television are expected to be what? 16,000 what? 16,000 units. Class, they will use 1 component to produce 1 unit, right? Now, they want to produce 16,000 units. They will need 18,000 80 components. But what they said, they will use this 80 component to produce 16,000 units. Class. So you will actually get it wrong if you multiply this 80,000 component times the 90,000 units. Class, am I communicating?
Perfectly, sir.
Yes, sir, you are communicating.
Okay, that's fine. So when you multiply, what do you have? Quickly.
That's 1,440,000.
Okay.
440
Okay.
million.
Okay. Right.
1 billion
So
four
this,
hundred and
yeah, 1
forty
billion.
million.
Even this self is in billion. Do you know? Even this, all these things, they are in billion self. They are also in billion. Do you know? So we'll just put zero up so that it will not disrupt, right? If you check this one too is also in billion now. Confirm. Is it? Is it in billion?
No, sir.
Sir, which one is
Okay,
in million? No, the previous ones were in
Those
millions.
are in millions.
we're a million. Okay, that's fine. No, there is no cost for alarm. No problem, no problem. If this is in billions, no problem. Okay, so external sales, 1 million. I can do something here. I can put the 0 here so that to not stop my work. Okay, so this is external sales. It will affect the group, right? is in billion, but let me just put it like this. Like this. Okay.
So I think you should write everything in full.
In full, Abby. Okay. Thank you. Okay. So we are done with all this, right? So we need to total this. Total sales.
Okay, for group, sir.
I'm coming. Just hold on. Sorry. Just hold on. Okay, I'm with you.
Okay, for group, it is 2,390,000,000.
Okay, I'm coming. For the group is two.
2,390,000,000.
390. Okay.
For
Okay.
division IC is 1,720,000,000.
Okay. It's also in billion. Interesting.
And that one remains 1 billion.
Okay. Okay. One what? Sorry. Figure. Sorry.
1,720,000,000.
1,720,000,000.
Sorry, sir. I can't see your screen. I can't see what you're currently typing.
Ah,
Abi, is it my network? I guess it's my
is your
network.
is your network code? Others should confirm if they can see my screen.
I can see it, sir.
I can see it.
Okay, okay. What you need to do is, Adiola, just log out, then log in. Dig it. Let's check. Okay. So, oh, wow. So this is the total sales. Now let's go to the variable cost. And like I said, usually said, before you pick any variable cost, you see that internal transfer. Bring it first. Variable, let's say total variable cost, right? The total variable cost, the internal transfer that they did first, right? That's very important. Internal, so I will not forget transfer to becomes cost for this person, 770 yuan, to not affect the group, right? Then, which other, we need to bring the all the costs. So, let's start from the selling division. I think the only cost, okay, we have variable cost, right? Variable cost. We can do something. We can just variable cost. Instead of picking all these things one, we can add all these variable costs together, right? So let me just copy this. I can copy all this, and I can add all the variable costs together so that I can move fast. Oh, I'm coming, I'm coming, I'm coming. So you add the variable cost here. What is the total variable cost here? I think it's 8,000,
8,800. Yes.
8,800. Okay, right. So I can come back to this side and say, and just pick and just say variable costs. Variable costs. Instead of, you can do it one after the other too, but so at time you just open brackets, 8,800 times, what is the maximum production for division IC? That is 175, right? 175. So what do you have?
That's 1,540,000,000.
540 million. Right. Okay. So the next one, we need to check what is the total variable cost. What is the total variable cost per unit? So we can just pick from there. Right. This is the total variable cost per unit. I can copy this. And put here. So the first one is, let me differentiate it so that when you are going through it, you can understand. This is division division what self? The second one is division what self? Division AC,
Division
right?
AC.
AC. Division AC. Why this is division IC. Who is that? Did the person have question for me? If you have question, meet your mic.
No, sir, class ends in 11.
11, okay, that's fine. When it is 3 minutes, just let me know. Division, thank you. I see. Okay, close. When you add this variable cost together, what do you have? Per unit, when you add it together, what do you have?
That's 23,600.
Okay, 23,600. 23,600. 23,600. 23,600. 23,600 times how many units? 16,000 units, right? Please don't use component to, I beg you. They will use the component to produce 16,000 units. Please. So what do you have here?
377,600,000.
600,000. So when you add this together, what do you have? If you add this together, what do you have?
You mean the variable
Where is
cost?
Adik? Yes, so Adekoya and Tolulope.
1,917,600,000.
917,600,000.
600.
1,917,600,000.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. So we've picked both variable costs, right? Now we need to pick the fixed cost, right? We need to go and pick the fixed cost. So now let's pick the fixed cost. Fixed cost. So the fixed cost for AC, please take note. AC is 292. AC is what? 292 million. Why this is 112 million? Please take note, right? 112. What is the next one? What is the fixed cost for this? What is the fixed cost for this class?
That's
Hello,
290 million.
29. Let's confirm. Sorry, 292. Okay, that's fine. 292 million. So when you add it together, what do you have?
Sir, please can you scroll up a bit? Like it's My icons are obstructing your what you wrote under division IC fixed cost.
Okay. What of this? I see. This. Can you
Yes.
see it?
Yes, it's okay now. Yes, I can see.
Okay. Okay. So please add the fixed cost quickly. What do you have?
404 million.
404. Right? So don't forget that you less all these things, right? So give me figure. What is the profit? What is the group profit? Quickly before we create another link to complete. We'll just do the B part, then we
Okay,
can.
for division IC, 68 million profit.
I'm coming. Division profit, right?
Division IC,
Profits. I see. What
yes,
do you
sir.
have?
68 million.
68 million. Okay. What of this division?
400 million.
Okay. That's correct. 400 million. What is the group profit?
68 million 400,000.
In billions, right?
68 million 400,000. Not billion, sir.
Is it? Uh, oh, okay. Okay.
Sir,
This
this
is the
is
profit.
400. AC is 400. 400, not 404.
Okay, I'm coming. Okay, this is what we have now, right? 400. So this is the profits according to the question, and this is A. This is what? A. Do you have anyone who did not understand this A? I guess no. If you did not understand
Sir,
the
it's 5
A,
minutes.
I guess. Okay, it's 5 minutes, right? That's fine. Okay. It's 5 minutes. So question, because now we just move to the B part, which is very, that side is not complicated, right? It's just everybody want to purchase outside, they will get it outside. At what price? Then we'll move on from there, right? Okay. So if this is established, uh we need to create another link, right? For this. B. Oh, the B part of this question. And what is the B? Coming before I create new link. What is the B? A specialist external supplier has approved has approved wait, so, has approached division AC, which is the buying division, and offered to supply 80,000 components. So they have external person that want to supply 80,000 components. Now, the components fulfill the same function as those manufactured by division IC. The manager of division AC has accepted the offer and has agreed to buy all the components it requires from these suppliers, produce a revised profit or loss. So they decide that, so there will not be an internal transfer here. Why? Because now let's do the analysis together. Why? Because this is 80,000 IC, right? 80,000. they have the capacity to produce 175, 175, what is it called? Okay, there will be, okay. They have the capacity to produce 175. If they produce 175, they can supply the whole 155. If they supply the whole 155 out of the 175, 175 minus 155, they have what? They have 25. Is that not so, class? Is that not so, class? 25 left. So which means that, class, which means that division AC cannot buy the whole 80 outside. Class, which means that division what? Division AC cannot buy the whole 80 outside. They need to say, okay, since you have the autonomy and the selling division still have 25,000 units components. Oh yeah, buy 25,000 components at the same price that the specialists want to sell for you. Then you now buy the 75,000 components outside. Class, do we understand the analogy?
Yes.
Class, do we
No,
understand the
sir.
analogy?
No, sir. No, sir.
It's still the same way, the way we did the first one now. It's
Yes,
still
sir.
the
I
same.
understand.
Okay. Let's do it this way. Okay, let's quickly come back. Let me create another. The component fulfill the same function as those manufactured by IC. The manager of AC has accepted the offer and has agreed to buy all the components. Class, can you see the clause? Interesting. Adekoya, Tolulope, Bridget, and okay, is there, and Williams, then Rachel, Victor, right? Now you can see there is a clause here. That is why you have to read question and understand it. The manager of division AC has accepted the offer and has agreed to buy all the components it requires from it, which means that we don't need to stress, we need to buy. So division AC we buy all from outside. Can you see it? Which means that if division IC 175, you sell, so there will be excess of 25,000 components. We don't need it, right? We don't need it. Why? Because the question says that division AC we buy all from outside. I think being this clause is not there that they say, okay, division AC we buy from the supplier. Look at, we buy from the supplier. Then you can now say, oh, we buy from the supplier, which means that it may not be all the 80,000 components. That is why we can now say, oh, division IC remain 25,000 components. Okay, out of that, you will not buy all from the specialist. Out of the 80, you just buy 75. You can buy 75. All right. You can buy 25 minus that is what, self? Is it 75, right? It's 75, right? You can buy 75 outside, but the clause here says division AC we buy all. We do what? We buy all from outside. So there will not be any internal transfer anymore because division AC we buy all. Class, am I communicating? Class, am I communicating?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Now, if this is established, they will now produce the statement. This is another 8 marks, right? This is another 8 marks. So I can show my workings. Okay. This is another 8 marks, right? So I can just copy this. Don't forget, presentations matters a lot. Please present your work well, please. It matters. Okay. So we move from that side because division AC, we buy all from the external person, right? So we still bring in, there will not be internal sales. Internal sales will be new. So internal, just put it there. Internal sales will be new because division IC we buy all, AC we buy all from outside. Don't forget, I think being that clause is not there, we would have said that okay, out of the 80,000 capacity, 80,000 components, you will not buy all from outside because the division IC component remaining 25,000 components, right? Remaining 20. So buy 75 outside and buy 25 with the same what? With the same price, just like the way we did the first one, right? But the question says buy all external sales, right? External sales is that okay? External sales. Let's just bring in external sales. Okay, okay. I know what to do. Work what? Work two. Coming. External sales, right? External sales. So, let me just put it inside. External sales, right? So, division IC normally sell to external at at what price sef? We sell to external at 10,000. Let me show you, right? Sorry, please, immediately after this class. You can see, can you see it? External sales, 10,000 per component, and they have to sell 150 components. The demand is 150, right? Okay. 10,000 times 150 components. So what do you have? Multiply, please. Figure. Figure. So nobody is in this class, so give me figure. Okay.
Sorry, sir. 1,500,000,000.
1,500,000,000. Okay. You can unmute your mic quickly. Who is that? The person should unmute your mic now. External
Oh,
sales.
sorry, sir.
Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Yeah,
But
I'm
I
with you.
want to ask you, since there is no internal sales, do we need to still put it there?
Just put it. You don't need it, but just put it.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Any other question, please? Okay. External sales for division. Let me just put it here. Division AC. Our division AC normally sell to external at what price sell? Let's check. At 90,000. Can you see it? 90,000 per unit, right? 90,000. Uh, 90,000. Please don't use component to have explained why it is not, it's not have to, you don't need to multiply it with component, right? So if you multiply that by 16,000 units, what do you have?
That's 1,440,000,000.
Okay, that's fine. 1,440,000,000. 1,440,000,000. All right. So what is the total sales? Please always settle down, always calm down to read that required, right? You can see the clause that is there. They will buy all. I didn't mean it is not all. We would have solved it the way we did the first one. That's B part of the first one, right? We would have changed it to that pattern. But because the question says that they will buy all. Class, am I communicating? Hello,
Perfectly, sir.
class.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
okay, okay, that's fine. That's fine. So this is 1 million, 1 billion, and this is 1,440,000. Then
That's
this is
two
what?
billion nine forty million.
2,940,000.
940.
So variable cost, all right. So we can just the way we add our variable costs. Let's just say variable costs. Uh, our variable costs, we just do the way we did the first one, 8,800 times. Don't forget that times what? In this case now, they have the capacity to produce 175 class, and they are now make a sales of 150. So are they multiplying the variable cost by 150 or by the 175? Who can give me answer? Are we
By
multiplying the
150.
variable cost by 150? Why do you think it's so? They will just
Okay,
produce
sir.
150.
I feel will multiply the 8,800 by 175 because we are producing 175,000 capacity.
Capacity.
Yes.
Okay, that's fine. Next,
But sir,
Tolulope. Okay.
I know that in our accounting, cost of sales is always attached to whatever is sold.
Mm,
And since they sold 150,000, if we're
mm,
attaching the cost of unsold with sold, then what if they
mm.
eventually sell the remaining
20,
units?
25,000. Mm, mm. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. I think that is another angle. Now, you can see that in the other one, please, let's pay attention. You need to go back and watch the video again, right? This one, the first one that we just did and this, so that you understand the difference between the two, right? Now, the question is, why do we have to multiply by one doubt once the total in the other one is because they have to sell everything. They say they will buy. They have to buy from, they have to buy sorry, they have to buy from, um, they have to buy from the the selling division as well. There is a specialist, right? That they will buy from them, but it is not all, right? It is not all, but it must complete that capacity. That is why we multiply everything by the maximum production capacity. Adekoya, are you still there? Now, in this case, since we have the maximum capacity, but the demand, because they say annual production and demand, right? They say annual production and what? Annual production and what? Annual production and demand. So which means that production will be done based on what? Demand. So like what Tolulope just explained, that is perfect, right? So in this case now, we multiply it based on the demand, which is what? The 150,000 what? 150,000 unit. At them being, they dispose everything, right? The whole 175, we could say, oh, we'll multiply it by 175. Adekoya, do you get that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that was good. Well done, Tolulope. So now we can multiply by the 150 unit, right? Which is the first one. What do you have?
That's 1,320,000,000.
320 million. Okay. Next. So don't forget division AC we buy outside at, okay, I'm coming. Oh, I need to bring in that cost first, but that's fine. That's fine. Okay, that's fine. Okay, what is the cost? 23,600 times 16,000 units. Don't forget that we buy that all the components outside, right? So we need to take cognizant of that as well. So what do you have quickly?
That's
What is the cost?
377,600,000.
Okay, 377,600,000. So when you add it with this, what do you have? If you add it with this,
That's
what do you have?
1,697,600,000.
You say what do you have?
One
Sorry.
billion
Uh-huh.
697
697. Okay.
600,000.
Okay, 600,000. Okay. So now, just so that you will not forget the costs, that is why it is advisable to bring in that supplier cost. You know, the cost of getting it outside, we cannot say supplier, right? Supplier costs. Now, supplier will be willing to do what? To sell for division AC at what rate? Now, let's quickly go back. At what rate? At the whole 80,000 components at 8,000 what? 8,400. Is that not so class?
Yes, sir.
8,000 what? 8,000. They will supply them at this, right? That is 8,000 components times 8,400. Please don't forget. Don't always forget this thing. Maybe you just bring it first so that you not forget. The cost. No. 8,400, right? 8,400.
Yes, sir.
8,400 times 80,000 components. Because that is what they will use to produce. So what do you have? What is the cost?
That's 672 million.
672 million. So this is, the person should just submit his or her mic, please. Unmute your mic. Then unmute your mic and ask your question, please. Then
So
fix
why are
test.
we using the 80,000 components?
Adekoya. Let's go back. See this.
Sir,
That is
it's
what
not
they want.
Adekoya that asked that question.
Okay. Who is that? Sorry.
It's
Who
Rachel, sir.
asked the question? Okay, Rachel, that's fine. Look at it, Rachel. They will get these components outside. At what? 80,000. This is the component they will use to produce 16,000 units. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Are you good
Okay.
now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, fixed costs. So we need to bring in the fixed costs. Fixed costs, all the fixed costs. Okay. So what is the profits? Let me just use this as less the costs. What is the profit?
Okay, for IC we have 68 million.
68 million. Next,
For AC we have 98,400,000.
98,400,000. Next,
For group we have 167 million.
167 million. Okay. Class, this is the profit. Can you see it? That if there is an autonomy, what will happen to the group profit? The group profit will increase. So it is always good to have an autonomy because it will increase the group profit. Don't forget, Go Congress. The purpose of Go Congress is to maximize what? Organization what? Profits. Class. To maximize what? Organization profits. That is the Go Congress. So if you want to advise, I don't think they say we should advise. So they should give autonomy. Let everybody buy it. But there is always an implication to that. Imagine you are the only one producing cement and you have just one supplier or you have in-out production
Sorry, sir.
that gives you the component. I'm coming. That gives you the component. Then suddenly you say you want to get it outside. You are creating a room for what? What is it called? Competitors. So that is the implication of getting all these things outside. Okay, who is that?
Sorry, sir, it is 166 400. Sorry,
166
400.
400. Okay, that's fine. It still makes sense. Still makes sense. So this is another 8 marks. Class, this is another 8 marks. Please, it is not over. Immediately after this class, once you get your material, go back, watch the video again. Then you can now pick question. Don't forget, we will solve 4 questions. We've already solved 2 now, right? Remaining 2. Who is that? The person should unmute his or mic quickly.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
We don't know. I will enjoy your class. It's well.
Thank you, sir.
All right. My first question goes to the profit element for the IC. Check it very well. 68 million. The zero there is not complete. The middle
Which
zero
one is
makes it
that?
the thread.
What's that?
Profit for division IC. For
Okay,
the
okay, that's
have
fine.
you seen it?
That's fine. Me, I don't know, but if you say I should
The
ask
middle,
00,
the middle zero. Sorry, the
okay.
middle zero is 2 instead of 3.
Uh, the middle zero, this one,
Yeah. 58 million. 58 million. That's 68 but it's 20 at the
Okay,
end.
okay, 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 okay. Okay, that's fine.
All right.
That's fine.
Again, since Division AC didn't purchase items from internal division, then did you supposed to incur what I call it external variable
That-
costs?
Okay, is it supposed to? Okay, that is a
Incur,
very good question. Wait, I'm coming, sir. uh, they want to produce 16,000 units television.
yes.
They need 80,000 components, right? These components, this is what they will use to produce the 16,000 units. Now, they purchase the material outside, which is a cost. Now, when they produce, bring in the material, they will need labor. They will still add
Okay.
some what? Some input. Do you understand? They will still add
Yeah.
some
Yeah.
input. That is why it's like that. That is a very good question. Love that. Any other one? Are we good now, Mr. Victor?
Yes. I'm fine. I'm fine. Thank you.
Well done, sir. Okay, are we good? Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We have to move, right? Interesting. You see, transfer pricing. That is why there is nothing. Your ability to understand the selling division, the buying division, the policy, right? And understand, you can see, if we did not read the question very well, we would have been using, the place of external sales would have been using 80,000 components. But that component will be used to produce 16,000 units. So, which means that it is very important to understand question, understand the required. If you understand the required, it is assumed that you've solved 40% of the what? Of the question, right? Please, your presentation, look at the way I'm presenting my work, right? Presentation matters. All these things. Heading, 1 mark. Statement of profit or loss, 1 mark. Division AC, 1 mark. Your naira sign, 1 mark. Your workings, 1 mark. You know, one mark. So it will goes a long way, right? So we move. C, right? C. We quickly move to the C finally before we go. So I think the D and E is just theory, right? So we can just discuss about it. Then we'll move on. So finally, division IC. Now, then we talk about the 25,000 components now. Interesting. Division IC has just received an inquiry from a new customer for the production, right? For the production of 25,000 components, division IC, which is the selling division. They now receive an order that 25,000 components that remain, someone wants to what? Someone wants to buy. The manager of the division IC requires total profit of 90 million for the year for the division, which means that including the 25,000 components, that is the total of 175,000 components, including these 25 that they have new order now. Now, the manager is now eyeing the total profit of 90 million. Calculate the minimum price per component. This is another 8 marks. 8 marks. Calculate the minimum price component to sell the 25 components to the new customer. How much are we going to sell this? What is the price that could enable the manager of division IC to meet what? To meet the profit target. Note, this order will have no effect on the divisional fixed cost and no impact on the 150 component division IC sales to its external customer at 10,000 per component. Division AC will continue to purchase the 80 component it requires from the specialist external supplier. They are telling us that this will not have the effect. But the most important thing is that the divisional manager is looking at achieving to achieve 90 million, right? If this order completes, it is 175 capacity. Then if this order completes, if the order completes, okay, we are having a target of 90 million. So how do we achieve the 90 million? How do we do what? How do we achieve the what? The 90 million. Now, the next question we will solve, I think I will not solve that. I will solve that question, but I think that question should be the last question. There's a walk back. There's a walk back transfer pricing. It seems we have to start it here. Walk back what? Transfer pricing. When we get to variance analysis, there's still walk back variance, right? Very simple. Now, we want to achieve a target of 90 million. So we have to start from back. So how do we achieve that target of 90 million? How? So now, okay. Then, what price are we going to quote? Should we quote in order to achieve the 90 million? That is the question. That is the minimum price, right? That is the what? The minimum price. No, now, let's quickly check. We move. Now, C, right? Finally, before we go, the D and E, we can just briefly explain that in our next class. C, Abi, C. Okay, C. This C. Okay, minimum price. All these things should come down. Right? Minimum what? Minimum price. Wow. Okay. Determination of minimum price. You want to determine the minimum price and they want to achieve a target. Now, the question is, how do we achieve that? How? Class, this is what will happen. Before we produce, okay, okay, let's start from that side. Now, before we produce 175,000 units, okay, the total now is 175,000 units. Let me come from that angle, right? 175,000 units. What cost are we going to incur? The total, including the 25,000 components. Is that not so? Including the 25,000 components. Oh, okay. Should we do it like this? How will I explain this? Okay, come. Let me do something. Let me just do something. Okay, now let's start. We have to do what? Do simple work back. Profit to achieve is 90 million, which is 90,000. Let's do a quick walk back. Sharp. So we can achieve something. 90 million. So after the profit, you will have your fixed cost. You have your fixed cost. So what is the fixed cost for division IC? What is the fixed cost of division IC? 112 million, right? 112 million. 112 million. Now, we want to do a walk back. We want to get the contribution that will give this profit. What will be the contribution? Now, don't forget, after your fixed cost, you have your contribution. Is that not so? Before your fixed cost, you have
Before.
contribution.
Yes, before.
Yeah, before. You have contribution, right? Now, if I want to get contribution, you will see we will solve more of work back. This is just a test. This is just a test. Now, for you to get your profit, you say your contribution minus your fixed cost. Now, when you want to get your contribution, then you are doing your work back. Is that not so? So you now say, for you to get your contribution, 112 minus 90, what do you have? 112 minus 90, what do you have? 112 minus 90, what do you have?
22.
22,000.
22,000.
But sir,
22,000.
should it not be addition?
Oh, should it be addition? Okay, 22. Okay,
Yes, sir.
okay, okay, okay. This is 22 million now. No, it will not. It will not. Oh, this is 22 million, right? And this is 112. Okay. Yes. Addition. Addition. It should be addition. So what is addition?
202,000.
Okay, 202. Thank you. It should be addition. So that when you subtract, you have that figure. That's a very good one. Well done. Now, which means that we will have, in order for us to achieve this profit, class, in order for us to achieve this profit, we will have total contribution. We need to have a total contribution of 202. Is that also of 202? Now, don't forget, class, interesting. Don't forget that in this place, when you look at it, this is 68 million profit. Without the 25,000, class, without the 25,000, the division IC will make a profit of 68,000 naira. Class, we make 68,000 million. Is that also 68,000 million? Without what? The 25,000 left over. Don't forget, it is 175,000 capacity. You give external 150, it remain what? 25. The reason why we did not have internal is because the sales division, the buying division, we buy all outside. Now, without buying all, they will have 68. Now they want to achieve a profit of 25, of 90 as a result of additional 25,000. Because of that 25,000, they will now achieve 90 what? They will achieve 90 million. So which means that the costs now, class, the cost will be the variable cost, right? Variable costs that they will use plus the contribution per unit. Now, let's quickly go back. Let's quickly go back. Now, what is the variable cost of division IC? 8,800. In this case now, minimum price is equals to, use this 202 million divided by the 25,000 units or components plus the variable cost, right? Variable cost. Now, Tommy, I know you have question, right? So the minimum price equals to, when you divide it, what do you have? When you divide it, what do you have?
8,080 naira.
8,080 naira, right?
Yes, sir.
880. Is it 880?
8080.
8080. Okay. 8080. Right? 8080. Okay. Plus the 8,800. What do you have? What is the total?
16,880.
16,880. Right? 16,880. Class. let's quickly go back again. Let's quickly go back again. How should I explain this again? Oh, this is walk back, walk back, walk back, walk back, walk back. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Now, class, please pay attention. Before the additional, before that time, they will have 68. And if they have 68, definitely they will incur costs, variable costs, right? Which is 8,800. Now, the additional 22,000, 25,000, how do we determine the units, right? How do we determine the minimum price? Is that the contribution as a result of, this is the contribution as a result of the minimum price of, as a result of the 25,000 units. It means that their contribution has increased because of the 25,000 units. That is what make them to have a target of 90 million. So the price will be the contribution divided by that order, which is 25,000. Plus, of course, they will incur variable costs. Then the minimum price per component will have 16,880. Thank you all. Any question? So you can check. You can check similar question. I think May May 2019. You can check a similar question like this, May 2019. But the only difference is that I changed mine to division IC, division AC. Then I added some inputs, which is D and E. I decided to make it to a 30 marks question for a reason. Class, are we still together? Some people are not
Okay,
with me.
hello, sir.
Uh-huh.
So this figure we calculated now is the sales price, right?
No, it's the minimum price at which IC division we quote for the new customer. Do you get? That is what they will quote for the new customer in order for them to achieve the 90 million. Don't forget, this is it. They say they have a new customer. Is that not so? They have what? They have a new customer. And they target this. How can they achieve this 90 million? First, what is the contribution? The contribution that arises as a result of this 90 million, divide it by the component. We give you the cost, right? We give you the contribution per order. Plus, of course, when you want to add 25,000 components, of course, you will incur variable cost. Now, for you to achieve that, for you to achieve the 90 million, you have to add the variable cost you incur, the total, plus the contribution, so that you can be able to achieve the 90 million stated. Do you get? So this is that total amount. That is what they will now quote for the new customer, that this is the amount for this 25,000, so that they can be able to achieve the 90 million. Are we still together?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So are we good? So they will quote the price that they will tell the new customer is 16 16,880 per component, which is 25,000. So we now give them their external sales so that they can be able to achieve the 90 million. Are we good? Are we good, class?
Yes, sir.
So,
But
Yes,
sir,
okay.
sir.
how can you confirm that? Is there a way you
And
can?
you can walk it back now if you want to walk back. There is nothing. See, anything that you want to walk back, you still have your 90 million. Do you know why? Because you walk back, you started from the 90 million. What did you use to get 202? Is it not the 90 million? So if you want to do like you still just want to stress yourself, you still have 90 million. Do you get?
All right, sir.
Okay, okay. So we are good, right? So, the D and E, right? So when we come on Friday, we'll quickly rush it. We'll quickly rush. I think we need to start our class early on Friday. That is by 7:30. Tolulope,